If you want to be a successful artist, you've got to be on social media and you've got to be active. There's no way around it. So today we're talking about the top platforms and my recommendations for growing on each. Hey guys, Brandon here from KDMR Music, the channel making you a more successful musician. Now, if you're new around here, we do videos every week. I teach you music marketing strategies. I teach you about music business and how the industry works in general. And I also teach you how to succeed online in videos just like this one. So if you're interested in that type of content, hit the subscribe button, then hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. Now, today we're talking about how to be successful on social media. Unfortunately, we're no longer in a time where you can just be inactive online. People want to hear from you. People want to see what you've got going on as an artist, and the social media is a great way to do that. The more successful you can be on social media, the easier it will be for you to draw attention to your music. And so today I'm going to run down the top platforms. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what makes content successful on each one. Then I'll give you my recommendations for a successful social media strategy. So stick around to the end and you'll get all of that. Now, the first platform we're going to talk about today is Facebook. Facebook is by far the largest social media platform. And it's a great platform to be on for a few reasons. One, again, it's the largest platform out there. Two, Facebook is one area where you can put all sorts of types of content, and there are plenty of types of content that actually perform well. You want to do a long form text-based post? It works well on Facebook. Long form video content works pretty well on Facebook. Live streaming works really well on Facebook, right? So no matter how you prefer to update your audience, those posts tend to do well on Facebook on the general platform. Now, the biggest reason that you want to be on Facebook and the biggest draw to the platform is their advertising network. Now, I'm sure you've been scrolling on Facebook and you've seen ads for all sorts of things, right? It just depends on what you're into. You may see ads for comic books. You may see ads for sneakers. You may see ads for t-shirt companies, right? And all of these companies, all these business owners, they actually choose to target you based on your age, your location, things that you're interested in, what types of TV shows you like to watch. These are all things that Facebook collects data on. And in fact, collecting so much data got Facebook in trouble a little while back, but they've been pushing ahead. They've been going strong. And so when you use Facebook as a business owner, as a musician, someone who has a fan page, you're able to use the Facebook ads network to create Facebook and Instagram ads to target all types of people and get your music into or in front of a new audience really inexpensively. So Facebook is one platform that I highly recommend you join. And let's go ahead and talk about Instagram while we're at it. Instagram, of course, got really famous for allowing you to easily edit photos, put nice little filters on them, make the photos look however you wanted them to. Now Instagram is less candid photos and really like professional quality photos. So if you're a visual artist, if you're someone who loves taking pictures, if you're someone who does a lot of personal branding type stuff, where you've got someone who will take pictures of you, or if you're going to really cool places, things that keep your timeline fresh and exciting, Instagram is great for you. So that's just the feed. Instagram also has a couple of other features that really do well for engagement. The first of which is Instagram stories. Now, you may be familiar with stories from Snapchat, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But on the Instagram stories, instead of having to be so highly polished and well produced, you can just kind of pull out your phone, say, hey guys, I'm at this place today, right? And, people will see that and they're like, okay, cool. And it disappears after 24 hours. So there's not as much pressure to put out something that's so polished and high quality. So Instagram stories are great, but even a step beyond that is Instagram Live. Instagram Live, now is being, talked about a lot more because of the versus battles. Ever since we've been in quarantine, they've been doing these Instagram battles, Teddy Riley versus Babyface, Alicia Keys versus John Legend, Kirk Franklin versus Fred Hammond. That's who it was. But you're able to invite someone into your live. You can have a conversation. You could do an interview, and they've got really cool interactive features where you can present slides. You can present things from your Instagram, all from your phone. So Instagram is just great at engagement. People will share things, people will like things, and people will comment. It's really good for engagement. And I think that is why you should be on Instagram. And if you're someone, again, who has a very visual brand, you're someone who likes taking pictures, you're not necessarily one to do videos or text-based posts all the time, Instagram is going to be great for you. Now, let's talk about Twitter. Twitter is really, really cool. Twitter, I suck at Twitter, right? Because Twitter requires you to be on it almost constantly, it seems. With Twitter does really well because it's really short content, right? You're limited to 280 characters, so you can't do any long posting. What Twitter is great for are people who are funny, right? Your Twitter has got a constant stream. Your timeline is constant, and it's like news stories, it's videos, it's memes. And if you're someone who can respond quickly with something funny to say or something interesting to add to the conversation, then the potential to go viral is great because people can share it, people can retweet it, people can quote it, and things can spread really, really quickly. So I think of artists like Phonte, who's one of my favorite rappers. He's really good at being on Twitter, saying something and making a comment that may not necessarily be spot on, but it makes a really funny joke about it. And, it gets shared a lot. So if you're someone who can make light of things, if you're someone who has a good sense of humor, or if you're someone who can add things that are profound to a conversation, Twitter will be great for you. Now, while we're here, let's talk about Snapchat. Snapchat, unfortunately, had a lot of the steam let out of it once Instagram copied the stories feature. And Snapchat is difficult to grow on because it's such a closed off ecosystem. The one thing that Snapchat lacks that all these other platforms do have is a share button. So it's not easy to grow on Snapchat, and therefore I don't really recommend it for musicians unless it's just something you're already doing. You've already got a big audience. You'll be much better suited trying to grow somewhere else. And that brings us to the last social media platform. And lastly, we're going to talk about TikTok. TikTok is all the rage right now because it's a newer platform and people are going viral on it every single day. Now, each of the platforms that we've talked about has gone through a certain phase or a bunch of phases, right? There's the new phase and where the early adopters get in. And what happens with these tech companies is that they want users. They can't really make money unless they can show that a lot of people are using the platform. So they help posts go viral to encourage more people to get on so that they might be able to go viral. And right now, people are still in the early days of TikTok. TikTok ads are very new, right? So there's a good chance that if you're even remotely funny or, you make remotely engaging content, that it can go far. So if you take TikTok seriously, you can absolutely use it to grow your music career. So as a post or as someone who is posting on TikTok, it's great for you if you're funny. It's great for you if you like to be in front of a camera, acting out scenarios, things like that. It's great because you can sync your stuff up to music or even just to general sound. So you can do like lip sync type videos and make it really funny. Now, another way that you can use TikTok as a musician is you can actually submit your music to the TikTok library. So then other people can use your music in their posts. So if you want to create a dance challenge like the Tootsie Slide by Drake, you can do that. And so TikTok, there are a few different ways you can come at it to really find success on the platform. So I highly encourage you, if you're a younger person, if you're someone who's just funny, you don't mind being on TikTok or on camera, you don't take yourself too seriously, absolutely do it. So those are all the top social media platforms. Now here's my recommendation so that you don't get burnt out. Yes, growing a social media following is going to be crucial to your success as a musician, but it is much easier to grow on one platform than to try to grow on all of them simultaneously. So my recommendation is to pick one or two and really focus on those. Post daily, post a few times a week if you can, right? But really put effort into growing. Think about what hashtags you want to use. Think about what content you want to post. And I promise if you keep at it every single day, then this time next year, you will have a decent sized following. And again, you can use that following to direct people back to your music. So make sure you post about your music every now and then. Now, every post on social media cannot be, hey, listen to my new album, listen to my new EP, listen to my new single. No, you've got to perform the way people want to accept information on these social media platforms. But it's okay to inject your music every now and then. I follow the 80-20 rule myself, and I'll put a link to that video in the description of this one. So those are my recommendations for how to grow on social media and what platforms work best depending on the type of person you are. So what social media platforms are you active on? How easy has it been to grow a following? I want to hear all about it in the comments of this video. And until the next time, be safe, be well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Keep dreaming, work hard, and make those music business dreams a reality. Peace.